Agbiz Grain is very satisfied with the 4-day symposium that we had. Our purpose was to look at those factors that we need to focus on for the next 5 years beyond 2021. We delved into the cost aspects and how the economy is impacting those cost aspects, and that is important for us because we developed a grain storage cost index and we need to be transparent on those storage costs. So secondly, we have to look at those challenges and opportunities in the value chain where we can, either as Agbiz Grain in general or at an individual company level, can engage with our supply chain partners and to really capitalize on those opportunities that exist out there. Thirdly, we need to look at technologies that develop. It's not only on inputs like seeds and machinery and things like that, but it's also those in the artificial intelligence area. Agbiz Grain is very fortunate to have our sponsors. Without our sponsors and the way they give back to the industry to make this information session available and also to add in that manner to our strategic focus in the future, this symposium will not be possible.
We jumped at the chance to be a sponsor of the Agbiz Grain Symposium for various reasons. The one is that grain and grain finance is a very important portion of our business and our product offering to the agricultural sector as a bank. It stood us in very good stead over the last number of years, and it's a business that we see as strategic to our future. It's not clear anymore that you can expect cheap and safe and available food when you want it in various parts of the world. So the symposium is very important, I think, to highlight that fact and to bring various role players in the sector together so that they can discuss various obstacles and joint concerns. Key topics in the symposium for us were probably the fact that we see logistics and infrastructure, CapEx, that's going to be required to keep the sector competitive and well functioning. To be able to produce food at an affordable level, your technology and logistic chain must be working. So that's a very important factor. ABSA's hope for the agricultural sector in South Africa is that role players, and I think specifically policy makers, realizes that the agricultural sector in South Africa is a strategic asset which we can use to improve the economic fortunes of not only our citizens but of our neighboring countries as well.
For John Deere, it's critically important that symposiums like this take place. For us, it's all about how we share information. So there's two things that's really important there. One is that information gets shared between the industry, between the primary producers, and then people that does the storage and handling of grains. As we see information flow between these two parties, you get a lot more knowledgeable decision making, and it's critically for us important that that information flows through. So we are bringing equipment into the country, we are selling equipment to the producers, and we want to make sure that we understand exactly what the needs are of our farmers and also of our handling and storage company. So the more information we have, the more we can provide equipment that is specifically geared for this industry. From a financing perspective from John Deere Financial, it's important for us to understand exactly what's happening in the industry so that our financing solutions can be adapted to serve the needs of our farmers and also our handling and storage companies. The second one, which is very close to John Deere's heart, is technology. John Deere is a technology company. We're not just a mechanization company anymore. So we want to develop our technology in line with the requirements of our customers. It's also important for us to have linkages between the technology that takes place, for instance, with storage and what we have on our equipment. From a financing perspective, the more we know, the more we can design products that's specifically tailor-made. We are part of this industry. Without this industry, John Deere will never exist. So we see events like this as opportunities to give back to the industry. So we are committed to, as far as we can, to ensure that information sharing in events like this does take place. So for that reason, it's critically important for us to be sponsors, specifically in the grain industry.